Good morning, everybody. It's Annette here at Our Way Farm. I'm going to try to do this kind of quickly because there's going to be a whole lot of activity here in a little bit. Today's my anniversary. I tried desperately to get Joe to come on here and sit down and go through this and just kind of talk and go through garden plans. Seed order came. That's basically what this is. And I was going to wait and open the whole thing on here and sit down and talk with him and go over fencing and our ideas and everything. He's a blockhead. He's super stubborn. He's like, that's not my thing. That's your thing. I don't want to do it. I don't get in front of the camera. I'm like, it's just talking to me. He just won't do it. So, being the spoiled brat that I am, I got a little pissy about it, and I'm like, screw it, I'm not going to do it either. I opened up everything, looked at it, and then I'm like, yeah, that kind of probably wasn't the right thing to do. So, anyways, I'm going to go through the seeds that we got. I only placed one of my 3 orders last week. All my seeds and herbs from Fedco Seeds, and I do have their catalogs here, so... And that is backwards to you. Anyways, it's the Fedco Seed Catalog. This is seeds and supplies. They also have a trees and shrubs and perennials catalog. I didn't get any of that stuff yet. Didn't even order it. And then I also ordered a few things from Baker Creek that I could not get from Fedco. The catalogs are great. It's nice to be able to sit down and flip through them. Fedco's catalogs are all black and white. It's kind of like reading a newspaper. There's information and, you know, it's set up like that, and, you know, all the information on each thing. Some pictures. I'm a picture kind of person, so I like to be able to see everything. And then at the back of their catalog, there's soil amendments and fertilizers, and they also have tools and gardening supplies, and there's a drying rack and all kinds of stuff. So because I like looking at pictures and like seeing colors and all that stuff, I'm a very visual person. I tend to use the websites to order everything. So I have the website up on the laptop over here so that I can go through, because there's a couple things I can't pronounce and a couple things that are different than what I normally get, so I wanted to confirm and make sure and give you a little bit of a breakdown information on that. To start out, I will throw up a picture of my garden maps. I'll put that up here in the video so that you can kind of see what we're doing, what my ideas are. But on the back side of our garden, and I can't actually get the garden map planner to load right now. I use Garden Planner from almanac.com. It is a paid subscription. I don't even remember. I know the price went up since I got it 2 years ago. I do a 2-year membership. But I absolutely love it because it comes out in grid form. You scale it to what you have. It's got all the different layers as far as any structures, any fencing, you can put your irrigation in it. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the laptop because I'm waiting for it to load, making sure I have service. It's not a website issue. It is my service because we are on 4G only, tapping a hotspot off my phone. So everything that we do goes much, much slower. Off-grid, we don't have Wi-Fi or any kind of internet other than 4G on the phones. So, but yeah, I absolutely love Garden Planner. I've used it for... We bought our last house in 2013, and I did our first garden in 14, and I think I've used it ever since 2014. It's just, and it'll save your yearly plan so that you can go back through and go, oh, well, this didn't grow here, maybe I should, you know, or where did I have this last year? And because if you're like me, once you're done harvesting, it all gets tilled under or cut down. You don't really think about it again. So I know there's some things you don't want to replant in the same place because of, you know, the nutrients that it pulls out. So that's nice to be able to look back at the prior year's plan and see where everything was and what you had and how many you had. That's another nice thing, is this app will show you, you have a 4x8 space that you want to put tomatoes in. Well, it tells you how many tomato plants you can put in that so that it's appropriate spacing. It gives you all the details on every plant. It helps you with companion planting and tells you which ones are not great to plant near each other. It tells you the amount of sunlight and the amount of shade and the amount of water and the type of soil that each plant does best in. So it's so informational to me. That's truly the main tool that I use with planting and gardening. I will say, I was talking to a friend the other night. She just got a whole bunch of seeds and is doubling her garden this year and everything. And that's super exciting. And she's like, I got to see how stuff, how to plant it and where to plant it and when to plant it and all this stuff. And when is probably the most important thing in planting and gardening. And what I told her is, don't get too hung up on all the details of somebody else's experience with gardening. Unless somebody has grown in the exact same space that you have, in the exact same unaltered soil that you currently have, your growing experience is going to be different to an extent from anybody else's. We can all grow in the same zone. My neighbor out at the end of the property, at the end of our lane, has much different soil than we do. They've got a whole bunch of nice topsoil on top of theirs. I don't. My neighbors down the road, again, we're all in the same grow zone. We're all in the same town and same zip code. They have different soil than what we do. So, don't get too hung up on all the details. Try it. Worst case, I don't know how much this particular pack of seeds cost. I don't even know what the seed is. This is Blue Mountain Flint corn. I want to try blue corn. It's good for corn flour, cornmeal, grinding it. So I want to try it. So I got a small pack. This is a 1 ounce pack. There's probably 75 seeds in it or so. But don't get too hung up on it. If that seed pack costs $3, $4, even if nothing grows, it's only $3 or $4. It's not like you're spending huge amounts of money. These are my peas. You have to grow a ridiculous amount of peas to get anything worth your time. So we had, actually, hang on, my garden planner's not loading, so hold on for just a second. So while I love the garden planner, I also write everything down. These are all my seeds. These are the seeds that I currently had. These are all the seeds that I am planting and how many I needed of each plant. So peas, I'm planting 492 peas this year because, you just need so many peas. We all love peas, and I like to can them. So the type of peas that I got this year are called Emerald Archer, and they are certified organic. And the reason that I chose these, which is a different type than I normally get, is because they produce 7 to 10 peas per pod, and you get 3 to 4 pods per plant. I think it was 3 to 4, maybe it was 7. You get a lot of pods per plant. So that's why I chose this one. Trying to get back to my list, my seed index on the website, which is part of why I like this so much. Emerald Archer grows 65 days. It's open pollinated tender tendrils. You get 10 peas per pod. It grows 36 to 42 inches tall, so definitely needs staked up, trellised up. Let's see, it's easy for picking. I was trying to see. Pumps out a super abundance of peas per pod mid-season, all the while delighting a 6-year-old. Their grandson likes the Fedco Seeds grandson likes these particular ones. So makes it easy for picking, and so that's why I decided to go with these. They're organic. Not everything that I got was organic, but the way that we grow everything is organic. Obviously, we're not certified. I don't care about certifying anything like that because I just want to know what we're putting in our bodies. So that's my seeds, or my peas rather. And then, like I said, I did the Blue Mountain Flint corn. And we have, in the herbs, I think, yeah, these are my herbs. I've got German thyme, stevia, so definitely growing some stevia this year to turn it into a sweetener. Joe and Xavier are back, so it's going to get loud, and I'll probably have to pause this and come back to it later on after I can get rid of them. So, broadleaf sage, rosemary. Again, it is certified organic. Hello. How was your night?
Oh, I fell asleep at like 11:30.
Yeah, okay.
No, I did. They were still outside dragging each other around by the ace on the sled when I went to.
Okay. We've got Greek oregano, sweet marjoram, the Vincenza blue lavender, which is absolutely gorgeous. It is 21 days to germination, 60 to 70 degrees, sandy, alkaline soil, 1 to 2 foot plants. So that will be really great for our climate, the 60 to 70 degree days. That's going to be perfect for us. We are zone 5A, 5B, and our average summer temperatures 84, 86, so this will be a good early season plant for us. That'll be fantastic. I also got purple coneflower, which is your echinacea. Oh, I thought somebody walked behind me and kicked the chair. Abby came and sat against it. So your coneflower is your echinacea, which is great for immune boosting. Open pollinated, it is a perennial. Start indoors 8 to 12 weeks early. Stratify the seeds for 5 days before transplanting into an average soil. So Fedco puts, all that information, real basic, but enough that you need on their seed packets. And then, of course, you can look in the catalog or look online and get even more details on it. Mammoth dill. We use a lot of dill. I have started cooking with it more, obviously in pickles and any type of, you can jump in and say hi. No? Okay. Joe wouldn't say hi today either. I got kind of mad at him. But, yeah, I used to. No, I didn't get mad at you yet because I didn't ask you to get in. I asked him to sit down and do it, and he refused to. So you want to go through seeds with me? No? Okay. So, anyways, the mammoth dill. I grow a lot of dill. He's going to sit here and torment me the whole damn time. I use a lot of dill. I started cooking with more dill and combining it with lemon pepper. And that is actually a really fantastic combination. And I don't know. I just saw it. I don't know if I can find it again. There, can you see the line? That's how many seeds there are in that. I don't know how to get this. There you go. There you can see how many seeds are in that packet. That is 4 grams. So I should certainly have enough dill seeds to last for a while. He's literally tormenting me. Yes, I would love to have a beer. Totally thought that was for you for a second, because I didn't pay attention that it was a beer. So, long-standing cilantro. I don't like cilantro. This is the only thing that I am growing that we do not eat. And the reason I'm growing it is because we are hoping to get the farm stand built and out at the end of the driveway this year. And I know 99% of everybody loves cilantro but me. So this is a little bit more mild cilantro. It is called long standing. It is open pollinated, 55 days to maturity, direct seed in the springtime. Every 3 weeks, you can harvest some of it, average soil, thin it out to 2 to 4 inches apart. What are you doing? Hello.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Taking paper.
Okay.
Oh. Now I have the paper.
Now he's gonna go and mess everything up too.
Don't know that.
So, finally, the good part. I mean, the herbs are cool and everything. Why did you do that?
Because I wanted a different piece of paper and that one was on top.
Okay. All right. That's all right. Not a big deal. Flex, right? That's homesteading you and parenting, which I didn't know the parenting part until this one. But so here's where I'm going to need the website a little bit more. Tomatoes. I am doing different tomatoes, well, except for Amish paste. Obviously, I know what Amish paste tomatoes are. So I got a pack of Amish paste, organic. That is, again, you can't see it because of the shadowing, but it is up to this line. It is 500 seeds. Oh, thank you. Well, my hand's in the way now, so whatever. It is, everybody knows what Amish paste is, open pollinated. It is an 8-ounce heirloom paste. Oh, really?
It's Saturday.
Okay, well, you never told me the plans were finalized.
I did. Yes, I did.
You
can't
did
yell at me
not.
for that. I did.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, she can deal with it then, whatever. Joe's got to go for hay at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
He just confirmed with me that his girlfriend is coming over at noon today. So I guess I have to hurry it up. The joys of being a parent and trying to be a vlogger and trying to be a homesteader. And somehow I got lucky enough that if he doesn't wake everybody up, all the dogs are still sleeping. Don't do it. Do not do it. Come on, please. No. I hate him. No. Just let me freaking finish the video, okay?
Don't worry, Mom. I hate me too.
Damn. Mountain Magic tomato. I'm never going to get through this, and I'm going to end up deleting 99% of it and say screw it and just not do it. So, slicing tomatoes are, I got the Cherokee Purple, which is also an organic heirloom. Open pollinated, 77 days to maturity. There's really no point in me showing you these packets because there's no pictures on them. So I will try to go through when I'm editing this and throw pictures of the individual fruit up. But sow indoors, 1/4 inch deep, 2 inches apart, keep warm. Transplant after frost, 3 feet apart, rows 2 to 3 feet apart. Like I said, 77 days to maturity and open pollinated. That is the Cherokee Purple Organic. And then I've got...
What time do you want her to not be here anymore?
I don't care. Mountain Magic is... I don't know what Mountain Magic is. It looked good. Mountain... I don't know what the Mountain Magic is. I'm not finding it. Oh. Mountain Magic, the cherry tomatoes?
Magic.
It is. It's the cherry tomatoes. I got 1 pack of those. I love cherry tomatoes. I love just popping them, eating them in the garden. They very rarely make it into the house. Fun story about cherry tomatoes. Oh, there's 10 seeds in this one. Fun story about cherry tomatoes. In, I think it was 2015, we decided we were going to, this is down on our other property, we were going to upsize the garden, and I wanted a lot of tomatoes because I was getting into canning, starting to learn all that stuff. And I'm like, I want all the tomatoes, and I'm going to make all the stuff with the tomatoes, the pastes and the sauces and the barbecues and the ketchups and the everything. We planted 40, went to Tractor Supply, got 40 plants, and planted all of these. They were supposed to be beefsteaks, I believe. Tomato plants. 40 of them. Plus 2 cherry tomato plants. They were all cherry tomatoes. We had 42 plants because every one of those buggers survived, we had 42 tomato plants of cherry tomatoes. So you can still use them. It's a lot more work. Didn't do all the things that year. Ate and gave away a whole lot. Like just started cutting the whole tomato plant down and giving it to friends with all the tomatoes on it. So, but Mountain Magic tomato is my cherry tomato, and that's exciting because that means that I get snacks instead of just work. And then the other one that I did for in the actual garden itself is called Mark Twain, which is kind of a wonky looking one. It's a deep red heirloom beefsteak with full-bodied flavor. Good size, crack free, although it does not take a lot of handling. It says, I lost it. It puts out a lot of ribbed 8 to 24 ounce oblate fruits in September. So for up here, it's probably going to be late September, early October, probably the last week September, first week in October till they're actually ripe. So I'm a very impatient person and I tend to harvest everything too early. So I'm going to try really, really, really hard to not to, thanks, appreciate the confidence boost there. I'm going to try really hard to not harvest these when they're all green this year like I did last year's tomatoes. And so anyways, it says, though we know of no other commercial sources and of only one seed saver in Wisconsin maintaining it, it's one of the best tasting heirloom beefsteak tomatoes that there is. So that is the Mark Twain tomato. And again, I'm using Fedco seeds for all of my seeds this year, except for a couple from Baker Creek. But yeah, that's a slicer, which I will also use for, we'll have our fair share of tomato sandwiches, but we'll also use that for cooking.
It's the beginning of March, and you're sitting here talking about gardening in warm weather, and I'm outside hooking the snowplow up.
Well, that's because it snowed. But my seeds came. So, yeah, that's what we do because, you know, it beats depression and is cheaper than a therapist or a medication. How many tomatoes am I planting this year? Tomatoes, I have 43 mapped out for 43 of the large tomatoes and 86 cooking tomatoes. So we should be, we should have a lot. Early jalapeno peppers. I don't do a whole lot of the hot peppers. I do 20 plants is what I have mapped out for. And then I also have serrano and chili and cayenne peppers. I'm going to try to make my own paprika this year. So some of those are for that. I do, with the jalapenos, I do jalapeno apple jelly, which is amazing. And then I'll just dice some up. I'll pickle some, freeze a bunch, and then I like to freeze them just whole, throw them in a gallon Ziploc bag, throw them in the freezer, and have them whenever I'm in the mood. If we can get them to grow nice and big, then I like to do the jalapeno poppers. Gonna try celery this year. This is green cutting celery, and it should grow pretty well in our climate. It's not the easiest thing to grow. I've never had success growing celery other than off of the stalk base from what you buy at the grocery store. But this is one of the easier types to grow. It says, beautiful herb with bold aroma and celery flavor is bred for leaf production, which I use that in cooking a lot in my soups, and I will dry it for greens, and I dehydrate celery a lot. We use celery powder and it's like garlic for me. I love it. Easier to grow than standard celery, used to flavor soups, stews, salads, and roasted vegetable dishes. It's got a hollow stem and the leaves can be used fresh or dried. So that is a green cutting celery. And got Murdoch cabbage. There's another cabbage in here that, there it is. Hi, sweetie. Ellie is back here. Eleanor. Ellie, what are you doing? Hi. I got Ellie and Abby back here against the chair. So Murdoch cabbage is your good fall cabbage. It's a fall harvest. It's a nice big large cabbage. Produces good heads. So we all love cabbage. Somehow we eat so much cabbage. This is a 40 to 60 days from transplant, so I'll start this one in the house when I do start my seeds in April. It's weather stress free, so it's real nice. It's not a particular as far as types of soil or anything like that, so it should grow really good. That is a hybrid. It's an F1 hybrid. It's not a real round head, it's more of a pointed one. So that's for our fall harvest. And then I also got the Tokyo Bacana, which is an organic Chinese, kind of like a bok choy, but it's smaller. So I have that. This is an 1/8 of an ounce packet. Again, you can see how many seeds are in there. That's a whole lot of seeds. So I'm excited to try that one. That's a new one. I've never grown a bok choy or Chinese cabbage before. It's good for salad mixes. It will regrow from multiple cuttings, which is great. Lots of edible leaves and with very little coarse stalk. So that's going to be real good for salads and for cooking dishes. Brussels sprouts, I hate them, but Joe loves them. Yeah.
So does Xavier.
Do you eat Brussels sprouts?
One of the 6 kids eats them.
It's me.
It's him, and I think Adam eats them also, but these weirdos eat Brussels sprouts. I don't. Love cabbage, don't like Brussels sprouts.
Don't like cabbage that much. Well, no, I don't like cooked cabbage.
Yeah, you like eating cabbage like a head of lettuce. So these two are going to sit back here and they're going to talk into the video the whole time, but they're going to refuse to get on camera.
I'm not a camera person.
Right.
I wouldn't do it for 27 News. Why would I do it for you?
Yeah. I just realized, look at this. This is the joys of having big dogs. Somebody ate and came and wiped their face on me, and I didn't realize or remember that it was there. I got dirt. What did he just throw at my head?
I didn't throw anything.
No, he did.
Oh.
Brussels sprouts, they'll go down in the raised beds. I think I'm doing 8 plants. Brussels sprouts. Where the heck's the Brussels sprouts? Oh, raised beds. 12. Doing 12 of those. Green wave mustard. I've never grown mustard before, but I'm excited about it because in the pickling spices, it's a big thing. So I'm trying to branch out and do just, a few new things each year. And this year is mustard and green wave. There it is. It is the best adapted mustard from northern climates. So if you haven't ordered your seeds yet and you live in the northern zones, this is supposed to be a really, really good, cold hardy mustard plant. So looking forward to learning how to grow that. Parsley, krause, I don't know how you say it, krause. Parsley is organic. We use a ton of parsley. I have my favorite 5 herbs that I use in every dish. It's salt, pepper, parsley, onion, and garlic. It goes in literally everything. Like when I started teaching the kids how to cook or how to make different things, I got to the point I'd just be like the fave 5. So, did not know that parsley was not considered an herb. It is actually considered a vegetable. So that was kind of cool to learn. Parsley's super easy to grow. Throw it in the ground. You can pre-pot it if you want to, but throw it in the ground and kind of let it go. It's like growing lettuce. It's real simple. Stove's getting warm. Wanted to make sure it was okay. For carrots this year, since we don't have fantastic soil, and I'm putting them in a different bed that's not as deep, I went with... What am I smelling?
Burnt the handle on the pot.
Oh, okay. Burnt the handle on the pot. I went with different carrots this year. I went with an Aranka. Aranka? I don't know how to pronounce stuff, sorry. It is a golden, means golden in Hungarian. It is a discontinuation of the Nelson carrot, and it's not real long. It only gives you like a 3 to 5 inch carrot. That's about 4 inches right there, so 3 to 5 inches, something like that.
You married Joe. You should be. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay, I guess I have to edit that one out. Or just enjoy my life of having a 14-year-old in the house.
All I was gonna say is you married Joe. You should be.
Yeah, let's not. Let's just not.
Why?
That really stinks, by the way. Carrot Boy's over here eating his pack of carrots from school. He gets all of his friends to give him their packs of carrots, and then once a week he'll come and empty out his bag with like 15 or 20 packs of carrots, baby carrots. So anyways, these are shorter carrots, so I'm gonna try those. And then the other one are red cord carrots, and they are, I don't actually remember. Xavier, what did you throw in the wood stove?
Nothing. I gave Abby an egg.
Okay. Red cord carrots are a real thick 5 to 7 inch long carrot. Also excellent for overwintering or for storage, and real good for cooking. Zephyr summer squash. I'm super excited about this. I'm not a big summer squash fan like yellow squash, but I wanted to do summer squash. I was supposed to do 12 plants this year, so what I did was a Zephyr, and it is a hybrid. The top half of it is yellow, the neck of it's yellow, and the bottom is green, so it kind of looks like it was dipped. It's like a straight line. Kind of looks like it was dipped in green dye. So I'm excited about that. And then the Green Machine zucchini. It's a standard zucchini. It's prolific in its production. You can get 3 or 4 harvests out of each plant. So we eat a lot of zucchini. I started, and zucchini grows really, really well up in this area. Last year I started making relish with it. I made bread and butter zucchini bread, or bread and butter zucchini pickle chips. I can't speak. So blow through the rest of these seeds that I already had. These are strike bush beans. They're 55-day beans. I like bush beans better than having to trellis everything. This is my corn that I had bought corn last year that was locally grown, and I saved back 6 ears, dried it completely, and saved the kernels off of them. I'm going to see if once they're hydrated, will they regrow this year. Apparently I dried them too hard because they got kind of all wrinkly and shriveled. So I did try to germinate a couple of them. Only one of them came up, but I think that was more of our the climate that I was growing in. So tomatoes, I also have beefsteak, and these are leftovers from last year. Last year I did everything from the dollar store. So that's what these are. These are leftover seeds from there. I got some cherry tomatoes, beefsteak, and then I have serrano peppers, cayenne, habaneros. I don't remember if I'm putting in any habaneros or not. These just because I have the seeds doesn't mean I'm growing everything this year. I do have yellow banana peppers. They're from Liberty Garden. I got these at one of the local Amish stores. I have a couple packs of those. And then these are all, yeah, these are all sweet bell peppers from my peppers that I grew last year. And I don't know what, I think they're just the American seed peppers, like these, because I have extras of these also. So I'm pretty sure these are the American Seed Company sweet bell peppers. But I saved my seeds because they grew so well. I figured that was, you know, a good way to make sure that we get cold hardy California Wonders. Yeah, those are all California Wonders. So I'm 90% sure that's what we have. I've got some bush style green beans in here, heirloom variety. These are top crops. I don't know if I'll need to plant them or not. I have a couple packs of Kentucky Wonder pole beans. So I'm all about being frugal. If you see that, these are from the dollar store, from Dollar General. It was 2 packs for $1. It's their standard price. Depending on where you are and what time of season it is, the dollar stores around here always have a seed rack all year round. And if you're not right in the heart of seed buying season, you can actually get 4 packs for $1. So I did that a lot last year too. And every time I'd go in, I'd grab a few more packs just because I'd rather have too many packs. If somebody needs some, I can share. These are my radishes. 3 packs of radishes, 2 for $1. These are early Scarlet Globe. But, I mean, 50 cents a pack, you can't beat it. Here's Liberty Garden San Marzano tomato, 89 cents a pack. And I don't know if it tells you how many seeds are in here or not. It is, I don't know. I got these from an Amish store also. I do have Seeds of Change brand sweet Spanish or yellow Spanish sweet onions and Gladstone onions. I bought these 2 years ago, never got them planted. It was a good thought, didn't happen. Don't know if it'll happen this year or not. I've never had success growing onions, so sometimes for me it's just easier to, I have it mapped out for a plot to grow onions. If it doesn't work real well, then I'll just go buy 50-pound bags of onions and do it that way. Got chives, sweet Italian basil, 2 packs of those. I've got a thing of cauliflower, 1 of dwarf blue curled kale, Vate's dwarf blue curled kale, black seeded Simpson lettuce, love that. It grows so well up here in our climate. Our Zone 5AB, our last frost is May 15th, and our first frost date is October 15th. So we have a very short grow period. So, and it doesn't get real hot. That's why tomatoes take so long to grow up here. But for all of our cooler crops, which I'm trying to focus more on doing those this year, it's excellent area. Cucumbers I have left over. I've got some roller seeds. I've bought from them many times. These are bush crop cucumbers. It's a nice dark cucumber with a very sweet skin. And then I've got munchers that I got from the dollar store. I've got Market Moors. I've got National Pickling. So, I mean, these are all cucumbers. So I'll have cucumbers for years. Got some Crimson Sweet Watermelon, Hale's Best Cantaloupe. Got those at the dollar store. These were 4 for $1. Are they here? Saved some bottle squash seeds from last year because they actually were one of the few squashes that grew down below. And we've got winter squash, Waltham butternuts. Got a lot of packs of those. 6 packs of those. I will probably grow 2 packs of them somewhere. I know that they're in my plan. I don't think they're in to be a whole lot, but I may throw some down in the orchard again and or somewhere else, find a place for them because they save really well. And anything extra that we have that we're not going to eat or that we can't sell becomes animal feed. The pigs love it. The goat loves it. Some of the stuff you can feed to the horse and cows. So, and we have to get more pigs. So, you know, if I can spend 50 cents for, oh, these are four for $1. So for $1, I can have potentially 100 plus plants of squash to feed to the animals. That's a heck of a lot better than $18, $20, $25 for a 50-pound bag of feed that they're going to go through in a week or less. I've got some Connecticut field pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, and what else do I have in here? This was my freebie pack from Baker Creek last year. It is Uzbek golden carrot, and then sunflowers, these are the mammoth sunflowers, which grow really well up here too, surprisingly enough. And I have a whole rack of sunflower seeds from last year's sunflower, so I have to get them down out of the utility room. But I do need to come up with better organization, because right now I'm using a plastic shoebox, and it gets dusty and dirty, which, I mean, they're seeds, I guess that doesn't really matter. But again, that's pretty much what I've got going on. I think the only thing that I did not order that I wanted to, I have spinach coming from Baker Creek. I've got strawberries coming from Baker Creek. They're everberries. So I'm excited about those, because I haven't been able to grow strawberries since I've been up here. And then my beets. Oh, my beets I'm getting from Baker Creek. I'm getting, I don't remember if it's Detroit beets. I know the Detroit Reds grow really well up here. I don't remember if I ordered those or if I went with something else. But then I went with the albino beets from Baker Creek, which is a super, super sweet beet that I will use only to dry and grind and use as a sugar in place of a sugar. It's a natural sugar substitute like stevia is. So I'm going to use those. I think that's all I ordered from Baker Creek. And then from Fedco, I ordered 4 different types of potatoes, red and white potatoes. And then I ordered, I think, 2 sweet potato plants. And then I'll save a couple of those for doing, off of this year, for doing slips for next year. We're not huge on sweet potatoes, but again, what we don't use, I can feed to the animals, and it saves me money, and it gives them more nutrition and a better variety in their diet. It's really good for them. I did, as far as the red and the white potatoes, I did an early harvest for each of them, and I did a late harvest for each of them. So for potatoes, I'm supposed to plant like 400 potato plants in my space, and so yeah, I decided to split it down between an early harvest and a late harvest. And I made sure that everything that I bought, that is the squashes and the pumpkins and the potatoes and the carrots, I made sure that they were all things that would store well for us throughout the winter time without having to have a whole lot of extra processing to go into it. I'll can some stuff. I'll maybe freeze. I'm hoping to just use the freezer for meats, but maybe freeze some. I'll dehydrate a bunch of stuff. I love making my own pumpkin spice, so while everybody else is out spending a crap ton of money at Starbucks on pumpkin spice lattes and whatnot, I have my jar of ground up pumpkin, and I just use the peels from them. Ground up pumpkin, dehydrate it, grind it, and then add in nutmeg, a little bit of clove, because I'm not a big clove person, and cinnamon. And there's your very own free, easy, healthy, no sugar added, but yet it's already sweet, pumpkin spice. So that's some of the stuff that I do. I'm going to get off of here because his girlfriend's going to be here, and at some point in time I need to sit down and figure out whether or not I'm going to edit this and edit all of the 14-year-old nonsense. And Joe's comments out here, more than likely you guys are going to get an unedited version of this, and welcome to my life. They're fun. They truly are. They're a little frustrating sometimes, but they are fun.
Lies.
Sitting back here.
An angel constantly.
Oh, yeah, okay.
For sure, for sure.
For sure. Absolutely, for sure. So, anyway, y'all have a great weekend. For all my friends that are up here in New York getting hammered with snow, hang tight, guys. Today, this afternoon, and tomorrow are going to be decent. We're getting another 17 inches on Monday and Tuesday. So, oh, the girlfriend's coming. He's sweeping the floor. That's why. So, I'm not going to argue whatever it takes. But everybody hold tight. Happy anniversary to Joe. I know he'll sit down and watch this after it's posted. Yeah, today's our anniversary.
Gross.
So, we'll talk to you guys all later. I will throw up some pictures of some of those vegetables that I got for anything that's different from what everybody else is familiar with and used to growing. And I will add in a picture of our garden beds and garden plan. And you guys have a great afternoon. Hit the like, subscribe, hit the little bell so you get the notification of everything that we do. And we really appreciate all of your support. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.